going on? I hope everybody is well out there. So for those of you who don't know who I am Jaren, a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this here studio, the Jaren M. LaGuerre Studio. And I'm excited to talk about this singer. I requested this video a few times. I wanted to make sure I got to because it is such a good video. And here's something interesting that's going to happen in this video. I have never watched through this thing in its entirety from beginning to end. I've seen clips. I've done a clip on TikTok. I've seen clips here and there. So this is going to be somewhat of a blind reaction, so to speak, because usually when I watch videos, I'll watch it a few times to kind of study what's going on, research the person and things like that. But I decided to do it this way just to see if there'd be anything that I would catch I didn't know that I was going to catch, you know? So here's a somewhat of a blind reaction and an analysis of DARREL singing First Began.
No one makes me feel the way you do inside. And I don't know what I would do without you, and that's no lie.
The one thing that I always notice about him singing is that chin. That head is tilted up. Da, 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 da. So if you notice, that can change the color of your sound a little bit. So what I'm going to do is sing the same note and hold it consistently and show you how different head positions can change the sound of your voice. There's a slight change, but there's still definitely a change there. There's almost like a stretching of the voice when you kind of stretch your neck up a little bit. Jasmine Sullivan does this very same thing when she sings. She kind of keeps that neck up here, right here a little bit. So that kind of gives that stretch or that tension. I don't mean tension as in something bad, just tension as in like a pulling, a tugging of the vocal tract. So it kind of changes the sound of the voice, and he really does that a lot when he sings. That's always the first thing I really notice about him singing, is that he always kind of keeps that chin locked and that neck lifted a little bit. And we'll talk more about that chin locking in a minute.
If I die,
Get that glottal stop in the middle of that run right there. He's really good at that kind of stuff. You really need to have some control in order to do stuff like that, to really kind of let your voice stop and come back in, and kind of do those onsets and those stops in the middle of your runs. I mean, if you think about it, runs are really comprised of a lot of stops and onsets and things happening very rapidly. But to be able to stop and really kind of control where you want to put your voice and kind of make intervals happen in this way and things like that, that's control. Because you know who else is really good at that? Lettucey. She's really good at the glottal onsets and the glottal stops in the middle of the thing. She's really good at those things, and so it takes a lot of vocal control and a lot of vocal prowess to be able to pull this off in this way.
I hope to find you in another life.
I hope to find you into that soft palate down another life. So that soft palate's down a little bit, so it's a little nasal. Hope to find you in, and that's what I'm talking about, that chin locking, that jaw kind of extends forward a little bit. I hope to find you in another life. And I don't sound like him in any way, shape, or form, but you know, I'm getting that sound from dropping my soft palate a little bit, extending my jaw forward, letting my head tilt up, and kind of having my mouth shaped like this. I hope to find you in another life. And this is kind of lower in my range for me, so it's harder for me to do it like that. But that's what's kind of happening here. He's doing those three main things. Among many other great things he's doing, but he's really doing those main three things right here to really make that sound work. And you can really hear it in this lick right here.
So we could fall again.
Did you hear him sing to the N again? Sung to the N consonant right there.
But to be the way we were when we first began, like the first time that I ever saw you smile. I want that feeling again. Oh, let's be the way we were when we first began. Yes, we've got something special. Let's hold on and don't let go.
Whatever it was, that little little lick right there, how he pulled. And I almost want to say there is a little tilting in here. Go. There's almost a little tilting. We call it thyroid tilting in here. So basically the thyroid cartilage, kind of where your Adam's apple is tilting forward a little bit. It's a manipulation that really takes some control to do. Go. Whatever the lick was, I kind of missed it. But you hear that tilt. So it's not only a tilting up of the head, the forward of the jaw. There's a little tilting and manipulation in the vocal tract that he's doing. I mean, I think he's doing it, but either way, you can hear a lot of manipulations. And then you can see the mouth is really shaped like here. Go. He really closes off the mouth. So you hear that pull, that tension in the voice. Like I said, the tension doesn't mean a bad thing in this context. There's just a pull. There's a pull in his voice that I really like, that he really does really well.
And I'll never find another like.
Did you hear that? Another? I know he gonna shake his lips right here. It's that pull that I'm talking about. Yeah, it's that pull. Whatever it was right there, he really kind of pulled. He really pulls on his voice like that. I love it. I keep using that word pull. That's the best thing I can think of, I guess. Pull.
You, that's no lie. If I died, I'd hope to find you in another life, so we could fall again.
Fall again. So he kind of manipulated the vowel and the consonants right there. So the fall wasn't fall. Fall. He kind of made it a diphthong. Fall. Wow, wow, wow. He kind of opened up his lips each time. Fall again. Whatever that lick was. I can't never get his licks right. I can't never get him right. He sounds amazing. I just can't never do him.
Let's be the way we were when we first began, like the first time that I've ever saw you smile. Yeah, I want that feeling again.
I love that he's playing. He's really playing with this. And PJ Morton's music is so good to play on and play with and play to. I mean, PJ Morton just writes really good, feel-good music. Like, I actually tweeted him. He didn't tweet me back, but I put it in the atmosphere that he should write a musical. I think his pen on the actual like musical with a storyline and things like that, I think that would be immaculate, because I feel like he knows how he is as an artist, what he wants to say, how he wants to say it. And so I feel like him writing a musical would just be, I mean, and I got the idea from when he did the gospel album with all the different gospel artists. I forget, The Gospel According to PJ, that's what it's called. I love that album. And I'm like, this is such a big story in one album, such a big story in one work. I was like, for him to write a musical would be bomb. I hope he does. And look, if you're hearing this, PJ, please write the musical. And look, let me sing in it too while we at it. I'm gonna speak that too. I can be backup chorus, whatever you want me to be, okay? I don't gotta be on stage. Put me in the back, okay? Just let me sing.
Let's be the way we were when we first began. When we first began. When we first began. When we first began. When we first began.
Did you hear the headway switch? It was really precise and really on the money. That was really good. Really good.
When we first began.
Again, very clean.
When we first began. When we first began. Oh, if I find you in another life, so we could fall again and be the way we were when we first began.
He really knows when he wants to have straight notes vibrato, and things like that. You don't have to put vibrato on every single note you sing. I love these straight notes. You know who else is good at that? Tasha Cobb. She's really good at kind of holding long straight notes and stuff like that. She does it differently than what he kind of does, but it's still some nice straight notes. I love how he holds out these straight notes like that, you know? And for the record, this band necessitates you singing like that. Like, this band is killing. I would want to sing like this if I had a band like this too. You know, I mean, I can't sing like this, but I would want to sing real good like this if I had a band like this playing under me. Shoot.
Like the first time that I've ever saw you smile, I put that feeling, baby, I want it all again. Let's be the way we were when we first began. First
began. So he really kind of opened up the end to like a neutral vowel. First began in vowel. Began and saying the word again. I think he said the word again.
We first began. Oh, first began. Oh, when we first began. Oh.
And you can see his body engaged. You can see his torso is engaged. He's sitting in that stool, but he's sitting up. You can see those breathing muscles really working as he's singing this kind of stuff. It's so good.
'Cause of the way you love me, baby. I want it all again. All because of the way you love me, baby. Hey.
Did you hear the hey? The little yodel shifts right there. Yay! I never think to do that when I sing, honestly. I love hearing other people do it, but I never think to do it myself when I sing. I should start doing that more.
Because of the way you love me, baby. Yeah. Oh, all because of the way you love me, baby. If I die, I hope to find you in another life, so we can fall again.
So we can fall again. Vowel manipulation, consonant, musical manipulation, just articulatory, phonatory manipulation. This is all okay to do. I love it. This is all so good and okay to do.
Let us be the way we were when we first began. That was good.
So if you enjoyed this, click subscribe down below to click the alert button next to so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, this is fun. I'll see y'all soon.